Hey nerds, I'm here with my weekly review of what I've read this week that I love so much. We're going to get this one started off with a very, very hot book, Corpse Night #4. At least it's hot to me. I don't know if the fans out there are reading it, but Michael Chavez is just crushing it issue after issue. The art by Roberts and Renzi in here is it's just amazing. It's so cinematic. It's gorgeous to look at, and the story doesn't slow down. Doesn't skip a beat at all. It just keeps on going. The story of Foy and her father and the quest for Joan of Arc. And spoiler alert, they find her in this one. And things don't turn out the way they think. So I really, really enjoyed this issue. I cannot wait to see what the next couple of issues are. It is a six-issue limited series. So yeah, this is going to be a good one. I do love a miniseries. Not that I don't like ongoing books, but there's something about reading a complete story. I can imagine with Michael Chavez's movie industry background that there's a good opportunity of this being adapted to something. I could see this definitely absolutely being a movie. All right, we're gonna move on to the next. All right, this week was the debut of Robert Kirkman's new project, Terminal. And Kirkman and Joe Casey, who I think is a really good writer, and Andy Kubert, of course, you know, of acclaimed 90s X-Men and early 2000s Batman, team up to give us a very X-Men-y 90s team booky, very like Image era type feel book to it. So it's got a lot of cool nostalgia feel to it. Apparently I can't talk today. I really enjoyed the first issue. You know, in Kirkman fashion, most of his books start off to look like one thing and then they turn out to be another thing. They kind of get to that pretty quickly in the first issue. But I imagine if that was already in here, there's going to be more twists and turns along the way. I'm in it. I'm going to give it a shot. You know, Kirkman's usually a pretty solid writer. Obviously, you know, he hit it out of the park with The Walking Dead and Invincible. I'm loving everything that's going on in the Energon universe. Void Rivals has been really good since he's done it. I know he's taken over Transformers as well. I really like Daniel Warren Johnson's run on Transformers. I do like what Kirkman's been doing, especially when Dan Mora was drawing it. But back to Terminal, I definitely would recommend if you like superhero action with a darker twist and tone, give Terminal a shot. All right, so this book just keeps delivering issue after issue. I know it's selling well. But I just don't know, you don't hear as much about it as you do other books in this series, and that's Absolute Superman. Absolute Batman clearly gets all the buzz. Absolute Catwoman and Green Arrow right now are pretty hot, but Jason Aaron's run and Sam Duvall, they have really put together now like 21 consecutive issues of just like really solid nonstop action. And some of the things I really enjoy about this is you know, there's definitely an anime feel to what they're doing and manga feel to what they're doing in the Absolute universe. I totally get that. But quite honestly, like Superman is just an unfiltered version of the Superman we get in the main line. Like it's got a lot of the heart and soul. Obviously there's a lot of action. The Absolute universe is known for its dark, you know, retelling of all the DC universe characters, but this one really, really goes. King Shazam is totally cool. Hawkman's cool. Like there's, a ton of action. This one does not stop from beginning to the end. I'm really excited with I've always liked Jason Aaron. I don't know if he gets enough, respect for what he does. His Thor run was just peak comics. One of the few things I liked before I came back to comic books full time, but yeah, don't sleep on Absolute Superman. They're really doing something fun here, and I'm really happy with where it's going, and I'm looking forward to seeing where he continues to take this. All right, last and certainly not least, and if you've been following me on any of my socials, you'll know that this is my absolute favorite book, and it just the hits keep on coming, and that's Mark Spector Moon Knight, #6. In this issue, so if you haven't been reading it, Mark's family is in dire peril, and in order to save them, he needs to reassemble everybody's favorite, Midnight Suns. I won't spoil who joins the team, but obviously by the cover, you can figure out who one of the members are. and he's always a fan favorite. Love seeing him in the book. You'll love who the other ones are if you read it. But I just have to say, like, too, like, Jed MacKay's run on Moon Knight, over the last, I don't know, I think it's 4 or 5 years it's been going on now, throughout all the different Moon Knight series and new series, it's got to be one of the overall best ongoing comic books, superhero comics, I should say, especially with the main line of the big two that I read. Like, every issue is just better and better. The action's great. He really, the way he portrays Mark and all the things that's come before with Moon Knight, it's absolutely action-packed. And Dev Promenick, there's been a lot of good artists on MacKay's run, but Dev Promenick, I mean, his art is, follow him on X. He's just incredible. But yeah, like, if you're looking for a good run of superhero comics, if you like Absolute Batman, if you're reading Daredevil, like, this book is absolutely in your wheelhouse. Check it out. So yeah, those are my 4 hot reads. There was a bunch of other ones too. It's just comic books rule right now. And but yeah, let me know what you read this week that you love. If you read any of these, let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, follow, all the things. I appreciate you checking in on the Nerd Network. I'll see you soon.